Hello, my lovely spectators. Diddy here. Welcome to my studio. So today we are doing the last day of ABC April, hashtag ABC April, hosted by Seven Plaza and crafted by Tony. And I'm just gonna make some zigzaggy, little pocket taggy kind of things. So we're just gonna see. I don't recall having done these before. I have it in my head on how it might work, so I'm just going to go for it. I have this lovely Crafter's Companion pad of paper that is double-sided in a subtle way, which I think is so cool. And so I'm going to attempt to make, I'm thinking maybe, I want to say this possible. Definitely at least two that are going to be the right way. So we shall see, because this is directional. So maybe I should take out something that is not directional. You know what? We're just going to wing it, because whatever we wind up with, we're going to just get it. So we're going to do a zigzag kind of fold. And so let's see here. They do duplicate. So I have two of those. Okay. Two of those. Oh, I have three of those. All right, we'll take one of these. Right. Let's see here. Let's take another one. Two of those. Okay. Two of these. One of those. I've used it a bit. Two of these. Okay, I have a third. Yeah, you know how we are. We don't want to hoard. We want to hoard, but we don't want to hoard. We don't want to admit that we're hoarding. So we're, but I am taking out a few pieces of these things, and so yeah, keeping at least two of each of the things that I have here. Let's take one more, and we will go from there. Right. So yeah, let's see. One of those. I used that a couple times. I've used two of those. Just checking. And I have three of these, so I'll take one of this. Okay, so now I either have two or one of each of the designs in here. I'm gonna put it back in my stash and my hoard. And so I know that I've seen this design effect. I don't recall how things were made. So in my head, I thought to myself, if I cut it this way and I cut it that way, blah 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 should happen. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it this way, I'm gonna score it that way, and then blah 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 is gonna happen. So let me just get my laptop a little further away. So I'm thinking that I can cut them down to 6, so they will be at maximum 6 inches tall. And yeah, so we're gonna go do that first. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 5 pieces in here. Let's see if my trimmer is gonna like playing with 5 pieces. Okay, I would score them as well, but we're not gonna use half of it because of the directionality of it all. So okay, we're gonna cut this at 6. All right. Oh, did not want to go all the way through, so it doesn't like that many papers. It's a little bit almost cut, but not quite. So we're just gonna see if it will hit up on the same one. Okay. All right. So in my brain, I want to. I'm gonna use this one. In my brain, I want to score this a number of ways. But I want to cut it first so that I could have something that doesn't have score lines in it. That makes sense. Let me see. Making sure I'm in the frame. It's morning. It's like 7:30 a.m. And I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna do whatever. So I want to go from 6 inches. I want to go up to maybe about 2. So I'll have a triangular sliver that I can put in my stash for collaging, etc., etc., etc. I don't want to have the lines in it. So let me use my trimmy, knifey situation. So I'm going to cut my knife, and I'm going to get my whatever it's called, and we're going to do a little bit of a cut here. So I'm going to do a couple of them one direction and a couple in the other direction, meaning, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to bring this from here. I don't know if you can see it because I can't see my, let me stand up and double check what's in the screen for you guys. Okay, I think it's okay. Woo. From the corner, and then I want to go to the 2-inch mark, so that would be about here. Okay, so we're doing this. I don't know why I have this out. I'm not gonna draw on it. Okay, let's see. I hope this guy is sharp enough, because you know, if you don't have a sharp blade is when you have your issues, the dragging, the feeling that you're trying to pull so hard. Okay, yeah, and there's no reason to be being so aggressive. You know, 2 little passes and we're good. Okay, so this is literally going to go to my scrap. So if you know me, I'm going to cut circles out of this and hoard it away over there. Let me grab another piece. I'm taking so that's the bottom, very full, very vibrant. I'm gonna keep those to the side, still hoarding the more fancier paper, and I'm gonna take the ones that have less going on because they have the top, they're the airy top. So I have 5 bottoms. Yes, 5 bottoms. We're just gonna put that to the side for now. Okay, and I'm gonna take this out of my way. I'm going to take it out of my way. Okay. And then we're going to do the same. Yeah, so I'm gonna do 2 the same way and 2 the other way. Okay, I'm gonna stack them up because we are sometimes want to, you know, get things done a little bit quicker. We're going to stack them up so that they are nice and, you know, we're gonna go to the corner. When it comes to the 6, because I put it at the 4 over here, I'm not sure how much you can see down here, but I'm at the 6. I'm trying to angle up to the corner. Now I'm gonna just go through doing this. Okay. Okay. All right, some more scrappage. All right, so I'm gonna have 3. Ooh, I think my mat needs to be a little wiped down. I'm gonna have 3 that are this way, and 3 and 2 that are the other way. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing the other direction. So putting that on the line, that's 3. I'm going to go to the 5. Oopsie. And now I'm using the double-sided paper because we will be seeing both sides. So I'm at the 5 and I'm at the corner here. I don't know if you can see that over here at the corner, but that's where I'm at. And we're going to just go through 2 passes, double-sided paper. Okay, that should be good. All right, so we're just gonna put our little things over there. So here's what we have. Now I was saying, I don't know if I showed it to you, like, I really like this idea that Crafter's Companion, it's like they give you a little muted something so it's not stark white. I think that was so cool. When I've only gotten like 1 other paper pad from them. And that was just recently. I actually got this first. I don't recall ever getting paper pads from them before. So basically I could take out my trimmer, not my trimmer. I could take out my scoreboard, but I really don't have to, okay? Because I'm gonna just fold this in half. So I'm gonna fold it in half, and hopefully my zigzaggy design that whoever, and this may be the way that Dave did it, I don't recall. I watched so many videos. I do so many videos. I'm just like oozing YouTube out my brain. I'm gonna then take this one and bring it into I'm gonna bring this one over, right? So here's our center, I'm gonna bring this one over to the edge. Okay, so it's gonna be a super simple little project for the last day of the ABC April. Okay, and we're gonna have that. You just see my nail, the tool, and then this. We're gonna bring this one over to the other edge. Okay, and there we go. So here is our zigzaggy. Zigzag it, right? So we have the front, and this winds up being 3 inches wide because we are, in essence, we're breaking a 12 by 12, right, into 6. We're taking this sliver of the 6 by 12, and then we're cutting it into 4 sections, so 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches. So you have it like this. You glue it here, here, and there, and then you have 1, 2, 3, and you could do it as a pocket. You also have to glue on the bottom. That's it. That's simple. And then we can also turn it around this way, and look, it can go in the other direction. So really, once you've done your folding, you can turn it around if it's double-sided and get different highlights. Okay, so let's do another one. So the first off is we're gonna do it all in half, completely in half. Okay. Okay, then we're going to take this one and we're going to fold that to the edge. Okay. I just want to get the 4 scores in here right now. I'm not even paying attention to the zigzag. I'm just getting everything to line up. Okay, okay, okay. All right. And then once I've done that, right, I can take it and I could turn it the other way around and decide which way or what item I would like to have as my I'm just looking at like, ooh, what else can we do? What I would like as my front. That's it, guys. It's as easy as that. Let me fold them all. Then we will decide which side we want. Maybe we'll pull a little something out to add to it as a decoration, right? And we'll ink a little bit, and you know, a low-key chill last day for April. Okay. Right, so it's Thursday, tomorrow's May 1st, start of a new month, right? What is it? April showers bring May flowers, so here's our flowers honoring that May is coming. So you saw that I did them differently on both ones. It really has to do with like what is the focus. So see how this is up here? If you want the main color to be the back, you're gonna do it with this one here like that, especially with this kind of paper that's light, or maybe you have single-sided and you've coffee dyed the other side or stenciled the other side. So to kind of help you focus, right, whatever you want as the main image here, that's the corner, right? Because look, this is the same thing, it's just the back. Right? If I had done it with this as the focus, but we could, like we saw, we turn it around and the focus is the point, basically. So I was just looking to see, making observations with you guys, right? These guys are all forward facing. So in my initial thinking, right, this is gonna come, that's gonna come, that's gonna come. So the back is gonna be here, and these two are gonna be what we were looking at originally. Okay. But we could also, again, if we have something in the back, right, that would mean like, oh, I'm looking at it this way, right? My slope is going this way. Here's my point. This is the side. So the point in the middle will be the same pattern, whichever way you decide to fold it, right? So you just got to be careful in terms of how you like your points to slant. Okay. Okay, and because it's double-sided, you could even just easily do it as a floating pocket, or like a pocket tag, so a non-traditional tag shape. I mean, it is a 6 inch high by 3. It's like the size of a tag, just missing this little section. So you could totally leave it as a tag that's all closed over, and you're just, you know, sticking it into an other kind of pocket. So it really has a potential for multiple uses. Okay, so again, I'm not looking at what the patterns are because it is folding, and I could just flip flop and fold it the other way. I'm just getting the initial correct scoring going on here so that everything lines up beautifully, right? So if I like this, remember the point, this was what I was looking at when I folded it. The point and the point does have the same, and this is the back, right? If I want it the other way, just turn it over, and this is the point, this would be the front, and that's that. So, and that would have been like that. Okay, so we're just gonna do our last one, and we'll ink up the edges, grab a couple little decorative elements, maybe a butterfly, maybe a little piece of book page. I'm looking to see how bad this is if I did it this way. Like, let's just speed up on the last one, and let's just fold it and then fold it in half again. So we're just making sure we have the folds, right? So again, right, dunka 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 like that, and we're going to glue them as we see fit. Okay, and if you think about it, being that this is like, how do you call it, a folded piece. See, that wasn't good. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Don't be try to be quick and easy and quick and cheat the thing. Do them individually because they threw off the flow so badly. Okay. So initially we're thinking like, oh, this is how it's gonna look. We're gonna have glue here, glue on that side, and then glue down here. Pocket, pocket, pocket. It could float around because the back is beautiful. You can glue it down if you want, right? You could also glue this one, right? And then glue the other one and just have this little flip out open hidden journaling. That's a possibility. You could also glue it here and here, this one, and have it open up this way. So, you know, you play with it once you have it. So we have our 5 folded. Let me grab our daubers, my daubers. What color should we do? I kind of want to do green. I just feel like something a little different from the usual. Do I have my green out here? Yep, forest moss. Forest moss. Forest moss. Where is forest moss? Forest moss. Here it goes. Look at that. All of these look green, and then this is whoopsie. This is the actual green one. Okay. So let's decide. Okay, let's see. Do I like this? With this here, we have a butterfly. We have space to put another butterfly possibly, or we go like this, and I feel like this is lacking. This and this, they're too chopped off. They're not giving me vibes. So I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay, and we're going to make sure with my nail tool to score it down. Yeah, my nails are growing, but they're all a hot mess. Ugh. I need a nice paint. I need a nice paint to start May. So here we got one folder. Let's take a look at this guy. Do I like this with these 2 elements showing and that there, or we go like this and I feel like that's too chopped up? So I'm gonna go back to this. Okay, so I can know how it is that I plan to glue. So I'm reinforcing that the way that lays, and it happens to be very similar to the one that's there. Now with this guy, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna look, do I like that, or do I like this? And I like this. Right, we have a nice full photo, full imagery of a nice flower there. We've got this peekaboo blue, and we have this peekaboo butterfly, but maybe we can find something that covers it. Okay, let's do this one. So we're gonna go like this. We've got this. This kind of feels like it went backwards and forwards, but let's look at the other side and see if that gives us something more. Okay, so I'm also looking at the background design here. Okay, I don't mind this one. Let's take a look at the other one again before I make a final decision. I feel this is a little too choppy, a little too busy. I think that I like this, the subtleness of the back page, this little bell looking floral right here. So I'm gonna do it like that. And then our last out of the 5 is gonna be to look at this. Okay, so I like this. The butterfly is there. We've got this dandelion looking thing. It's very dense, but maybe that's just the way that the dandelion. Sorry, the sun is coming in. Let's go this way. And even though I find this so cool that this looks like it's a completed, we've got too much choppage. I don't care how that's chopped. So we're going to go backwards to the other way, and we will do it this way. Okay. So now that those decisions have been made and we are nicely reinforced on our edges, let's ink our stuff up. Okay, so we're going to ink on the front. I'm gonna just ink around the entire thing for right now, just to make my life easier. It doesn't take too much effort. I know that I'm going to be gluing, but you know what? My brain doesn't want to think about where the glue has to go at this point in time right now. I just want to, you know, ink it up, and then we want to put it back together. Okay, so I'm going to need to ink also down the folds. Okay, and I know that I don't need this fold, but you know what? We're just going to do it. We're going to do it. We're just going to do it. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna do that like that. Now I'm gonna go back to what I was looking at, which was this, and I can see that I need inking over here on the other side, and I need inking right here. Okay, I'm gonna turn around to the back, and this guy was completely inked, so we're good with the inking. Now I'm not gluing anything right now because we're gonna think about this. Do we want to get clever and have this? I think this is beautiful. Doesn't lend itself to any kind of journaling situation unless I wanted to add another layer of like book page or something. So I think I'm just going to glue this one completely flat down all the same. Okay, now this one, let's do the same thing. We're going to open this guy up. I'm just going to ink around really quick just to knock it back, right? I think the forest green was good. It gives a nice glow to the whole imagery of all these plants, you know, and stuff. And then just turning it around. I'm staying on this side first. Okay. Okay, and then just because it's very simple to just go down these guys because they're folded so well. Takes no time at all. And now we're gonna go this and we're gonna look at it again. Was it this way? No, it was this way. Okay, so with that said, I am gonna need to ink the other side, which is fine. Takes 2 seconds to do, right? Not at all. So, you know, I really think that coming May, I mean, honestly, I hope that my video came out. I was going to be talking about my channel, but after my birthday, but it was just, I've been so busy with doing the challenges that I love and participate in, that April just got really heavy. And so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get back on track with everything. Okay, so we said that we like this, right? And then with this, if I glue this one down here, I can open this up for some hidden journaling because you can totally write on that. So that's an option to have that. So we also could have done that over here. So I don't know, but we're going to just, these are ready to go. So we're going to do the same thing here. I need to just ink both sides, right? So we're just going to do that quick. And we're going to go here. So this really does lend itself to being like a super easy mass make. I cut up 5 pieces of 12 by 12, and you know, I can still cut enough to make another 5-pack, so you can get 2 of these out of one 12 by 12 sheet of paper that is directional. If it is not directional, ooh, that's interesting. So let me glue up that. Let's cover that. I hope this is not so harsh. I don't have curtains. I don't know if I've told you that before. I have plants in front of my windows, so the light comes through them into the room. Okay, and so yeah. So, I mean, I guess if you did have something that was non-directional, you can get 4 of these zigzaggy guys out of one sheet of 12 by 12. You can get 4 of these tag pocket thingies. So, yeah, that's not bad. It's an easy mask make. I feel like after I finish recording this, before I edit, I should go and look at and see where I saw this. Yeah, this is what I wanted. This guy with the little blue. So everything is nicely inked. We're going to glue it that way. Let's glue this guy, you know. Because I know that I have said this way before. And I don't know if I've said it again in a minute. But how many ways can you fold a piece of paper? You're bound to fold something that somebody else did that you may not have ever seen. So, but I will admit that I've seen zigzaggy pockets. I've just never paid attention to how they were constructed. So in my brain, this is what I came up with, and it's probably the same thing that the original person that I saw it from does. You know, it's super simple. I'm not trying to reinvent anything. Let's turn it back over. Okay. So, how many of you guys have picked up on any new skill sets or any new projects that you're entering into your repertoire of junk journaling, right? Oh, I also mentioned the idea book. So, yeah, so much stuff has been made. I went from Mass Make March to April 20, hashtag ABC April, and like I needed to start an idea book, but I'm still on the fence as to how to lay it out. I know that we watch, you know, Miss Gail, and she has her idea books, and a lot of other people I've seen are making idea books and stuff so that they can keep these pieces of ephemera that they get inspiration from, that they make with the content creator and they follow along, and then they want to be able to like recreate it, you know. So if you have an idea book, do you also write out the steps or the measurements or something? Like I see Ms. Gail doing that sometimes and not necessarily the whole time. I know in my videos I like to try to give you guys measurements because I can appreciate the, oh, we're just gonna fold and it's free folding, and you know, that's cool. But if I can give you some simple measurements and some more confidence to try something, I want to do that for you guys. So when you do your idea books, how do you set them up? Don't know. Do I just want to stick a bunch of things that I like in there that are different from each other? And how much am I going to go back to it? And this is why I say this. Because if you know, I teach high school math. And I've been teaching since 2001. And prior to that, I was what they call a paraprofessional, which is like a teacher's assistant, you know, helps the students, etc. And anywho, when I started teaching, you know, you make lesson plans and you make it based off curriculums, etc., whatever. And the thing that I feel like I've never done that people have looked at me like in horror is that I keep my lessons in that they're somewhere saved on the computer, but if the computer is gone, the lessons are gone. But every single year, I make my lessons over and over and over again. And I redo, I'm looking to remember, no, it's the other way, because I didn't like that. Looking to redo it. So, I guess what I'm saying is that if I see something, I want to make something, I just kind of do it. Just like with the lessons. I know that I got to teach you about triangles, right? And I know the basic essence of triangles, let's say. I don't go and dig up the lesson on triangles and just use it again like that. It's like I kind of think about it again, and it winds up being very similar. Like, I mean, because, I mean, a triangle's a triangle. Like, hello. Um, so yeah. Anyway, let's do something. So having an idea book sounds like a wonderful thing, and I really feel like it could be beneficial, but I don't know if it's beneficial for the way that I am. You know what I'm saying? So I think with these, I'm just gonna close everything down. But like I said, you have the option. If you have a lighter thing, you can leave this open and then just glue up. Let's glue up this one first, and we'll see how that looks, right? We're gluing up this edge to the corner, and then we're gluing down the bottom. Okay. And we're gonna have that shut. And so if it, but the thing is, it'll stay a little flappy, like, but you can always take a piece of ribbon or something like that, real simple, a piece of embroidery twine, and just wrap it around there and make a little tiny bow. And then then to me it'd be more of a floaty thing. Well, not really. You can do that. Put the ribbon down first, and then so then you have a spot to open here, you have a spot to open here, you have a pocket here, and you have a pocket there. So, but right now, I think I'm just going to close everything up. Just wanted to show you. So yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I'm being silly. Yeah. So yeah, I love to try to be ingenious. I know that things that I've shared with you guys and templates that I've made, etc., and shared, and specific values that I've come up with, to kind of streamline something. I have those printed and somewhere. They're somewhere in a box behind me that I haven't organized. So, but like, I will put this in the idea book, like six whatever, to like, what you could also do, a 6x6, and you just get half of it. That would be cool. All right, so here's one. So let's just glue them all up. And yeah, so I am, I'm learning a lot about myself. I am enjoying the process. I am getting, I don't know why I did that. You saw people? This is what happens when you start talking and you have to glue the other side. So I'm just going to wipe that off. Let's hope that doesn't stay sticky. Stop talking. Pay attention. So down here and then over here. Okay, so then you need to definitely make some tags that will fit in here. So since it's a 6x6 by 3, you could make like a 2.5 by 5. It'll be within it. It maybe look cutesy. I might go with a tag of a color. Well, that's the thing. When you put your junk journals together and you have all this ephemera that you've been making, tags and pockets and flippies and flip outs and all that stuff, like, the colors are all over the place. I mean, depends on whatever strikes you, I mean, I just did that snippet roll that was super grungy neutral. I don't know, would that go with this? Maybe if I tacked a little flower on there. So anything is possible. So I need to find a different word for so. Therefore, no, so is so much easier. Hence, back when I first started teaching, a brand new teacher, I used the word hence in a sentence correctly because I am an intelligent person. And somebody from the English department double looked at me, double taked, was like, "Oh, you used that correctly." Like, yeah, hello, I have a master's degree, leave me alone. But now, as I've gotten older, I've been making up all kinds of words just because my brain is all over the place. I don't know, what was the latest word that I can't even think. I should start writing these words down when I say something that I mean to mean something, and it's not really a word. Yeah, that would be fun. The dictionary of DeeDee. But anyway. So, okay. I think I'm going to grab out my stickers, and the easiest go-to to not add too much bulk is to add a little sticker. I also did a recent cutting of some little snippet pieces. I downloaded a ton of digitals from Vibe Vintage. of washi tape designs that she has. And she had some like snippets and stuff like that. It was cute. So I did those, and I did it on printable acetate clear. And so since some of it was colorized, you know, you do get some color from that. And some of them, I'll show it to you in a minute. I'm almost done with gluing this guy. So just making sure everybody's glued down correctly. One last one. So we've made 5. I could make the other 5 that are directional, but I'm not gonna make you sit through that. Okay. I'm sure if you've been a diehard ABC April, you're like, whew, the V, the Z's, whatever is it? What is Z? The Z's are here, and now you can take a break from getting all of that. But I hope that you've learned, or not learned in the, you know, but I hope that you've gotten something out of the videos that you've been watching. You know, I know that I got a couple of cool ideas. And you know, hopefully I'll remember how to, because you know, I don't put anything in paper and then just if it hits me. This is why I say, you know, there's only so many ways you could fold paper. So it's like, how original can some things actually be? All right, so there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 lovely pockets, 2 pointing in one direction, 3 pointing in the other direction. Hopefully that you're in the shot. And excuse me. Let me take out some of the things that I want to maybe use to decorate. Ooh, sorry. Moving the keyboard. What's it called? What is that thing called? I don't know. Here we go. All right. So here are some of the Vibe from Vintage things. They came out with this purple hue, but they are the cut apart snippets. I'll show you one in a second. And then I have all of these. I have some mushrooms. Well, no, I mean to put mushrooms and like regular foliage in here. So I have like these things are from the Tim Holtz a watercolor. I just got the big one to put them all in, so now I have these cute little things, except that like sometimes they don't always catch the best. See what I'm saying? You can't see what I'm saying, but look, this is what happened, right? Popped open. These are the Vibe of it. These are not Vibe of Vintage. These are the Junk Journal Studio, so I printed them on acetate as well. I'm just not done fussy cutting, but I wanted to clean up my desk. I have these lovely from Timo with the little gems. I think I want to grab a couple of those. I hate when things fold and then you can't get rid of the folds. So let's take a few of those. We've got 5. Let's take 5 out. So we'll take a pink, green, purple. Do I have a... No, here's the pink one. Okay, you know, I'm going to try to use this one because it'll help when I glue it down, right? But like I cut these out from the Vibe from Vintage, and then I also have all these little crazy insects from Timo. So this is a little bit overstuffed because I have so much bulk with the extra. But that's, you know, when I watch TV, my little fussy cutting, sit there where I listen to TV, basically, right? Look up when something interesting happens. I have florals as well, you know, a bunch like this. So these have gold accents, you know, these are silver accents, which I don't have very many of. These are just like non-metallic, stuffy, whatever thingy. So we're gonna stick to the butterflies that just exploded again. So we will ignore that right now. Let's see if we take out a couple of these, because these will have that shiny but clear. So I just took a cello bag of something else came in, and so she had a bunch of snippet thingies. That's so technical. Snippets. So it has numbers, really cute, even insects and things like that. She also had some labels. Again, they're very large, so they will not go on this. This is not large, whatever. large side labels appropriate, but they're cool. So what I printed them on acetate. They're a little off in the color because I did that, sent a bunch of stuff to print, and then when it got down to certain places, hello, the coloring was gone. But let me just show you. So this is like, look at that. Whoops. Hello. Here we go. Right. So it's like, it's just a sticker. It's clear, you know. I don't know. I think it's cool. I wanted something a little different. The washi is great. I have a hard time finding washi stickers. I feel like I'm not getting them to where. All right, let's see here. So this is too much pink on pink. I think I'm gonna put the pink here for the pink that's there. The green, I think I want to put the blue maybe up here with the pink. That's nice. The green, I think I'm going to put the green here. I have a yellow, which will go probably here, and then this purple there on that tag. So these are the same thing. These are little, little tags, little stickers that have, how do you call it? They're going to have the color, but they are clear. So this is like purple, but you see how that's going to be on there as a purple. So now my thing is, how am I seeing, how do we put this with the butterflies, right? So I feel like it could go on top of this, but if I picked this because it was so nice, I feel like I kind of want to stick to the stuff being up there. I don't know, like, I'm so, like, this is perfect, like this light and light and light, perfect, right? But these are all kind of on the weird tone, right? And then it's like you have the different colors that are coming on here. I could put that behind over there. I think I might put a number, maybe. We'll see how that works out together, because remember, they're see-through, so you're gonna see the other pieces through it. So that's what I kind of like. I have a couple of little buggies. So I want to put a buggy. So, no, not another buggy. Let's not do another buggy. Yeah, so these are all the wrong color than what they're supposed to be, but I'm still going to use them. Maybe we'll put that one with that. And let's do a number here. So this is how I do this. I'm just like, oh, okay, let's just stick this there and there, and that'll go there, and let's put that one there, and we just call it George. We just call it done. That's the only one that's gonna stay down here. I feel like I want to put the bug. I'm gonna put a bug. I'm gonna put a bug because my bugginess, my brain was saying bug, buggy. Okay, and we need another number. I know I should have another number somewhere in here. There should be other numbers. Maybe we'll put those two together. And let's see. Come on, Eileen. Oh no, there, we put that there. So I need a something for there. Let's look for something that's a little bit on the purple side, maybe. Yep. Okay. So I have my decorations. Where's my little Ziploc baggie? Well, not zippy. What was in here? Embossing, I don't know, something with embossing in it. Embossing sheets, paper, something, I don't know. I also bought some, what do you call it, gold paint to add little gold accents, maybe do a little flick on here, but I don't think so, not right now. Okay, I know, why are you waiting, why am I waiting? Making you wait while I put these things away, because we have to clean up as we go. Alright, let's go straight to this guy first, and let me just get this going. So we've got, oh, I'm so sorry with this stupid, let's bring this down now that I'm decorating just one, maybe that'll help. Oh, I'm sorry if I got channel, yeah, well, kind of adjacent, I don't know. So we're gonna put this little sticker here, so you see how it has the color, but it's see-through, so cool. Should I have gotten another color? I think I should have gotten another color. Let's see if I can just quickly, I'm so sorry. Something blue. Something borrowed, something blue. It's kind of small, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. We're just gonna do it. Or is this, no, that has a number though. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put our little collected by F.H. Fisher touching a little bit. Okay, it's a little crooked. We didn't press it down completely so that we can still move it a little bit. Yeah, so you got to be careful with the acetate also because your fingerprints, it'll pick up your dirty fingerprints and you may see them through. And then, just because we're being kitschy, kitschy goo. Okay, let's see here. Don't I just like do something like that? Sure, why not? I have no problem with that. Now this guy is fabric. I'm gonna, you know what, let's see, do I have anything here from my scrapbooking roots? Meaning, do we have any glue dots here? We do, but can I find them? No, that's the group. That's the puffy ones. That's the... Here. Nope, that's not it. Damn, why is everything on a round thing? I'm so sorry. Oh my god, this is so bad. I'm so sorry. So sorry. It's just gotten worse. So we're going to take our glue dot. That's gigantic. Just gonna roll it a little bit so that it's a little more small so that it could fit behind the butterfly and get that off. Okay, make sure it's right there in the center, and then we're going to put our little butterfly right there. Okay, you know what I need? Those things that they have in the schools when you don't want to cheat. That's what I need. I need one of those boards to put around your desk so that you don't, oh, look how bright and colorful and the pretty light it is. So got the little butterfly with the things, with the little wings and this little blingy bling, which I always loved the good bling when I did car making. So why not stick it into the junk journal? All right, let's just decorate these guys. And then then you can leave me and be like, let's let this chica stop talking. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this little pink one over here. Yeah, this is, you know what is this, 8 o'clock in the morning? This is the time where the sun decides that it wants to be in my house. And we're gonna take the little purple one up here, right? Something along those lines. So let me pick her up so she's straight. Shh. Then we're going to do something the same. We're going to take a glue booger, a glue dot, and we're going to roll it up a little bit onto itself because I don't have a little tiny one, right? There we go. And then we're going to put it on the back of this one. Now, this guy has a wing that is kind of bent, but it's going, come on. Oh my goodness. There we go. Booger's on. Just the booger's a little too high. It's gonna, how do you call it? Being on the tag pocket thingy, it'll press it against. Okay. I don't want this to be, I think this, there we go. It'll press against it a little bit so that it will help it to stay flat and flatten out. So here we go. There's our next one. She's so cutesy. Okay, let's do this guy over here. I'm not going to stick with putting our stuff up here. Oh, I lost the, there it goes. I was like, the number, where did it go? Okay. So that was the year. It was Columbia, 1897, when I first discovered the blue whatever. I got no I got no sense. No, I do have sense. It's just not present right now. Okay. Ugh, there we go. So today, I'm also going to go Facebook shopping. So I've been like, I don't know about you, but like my birthday was on the 21st. So I kind of like have been Facebook shopping for like the past week and a half. Meaning going around looking what people are giving, selling, etc. that are crafty related. I'm so sorry about the sun. I should probably stop, but my brain doesn't want to stop. It wants to finish the video. So where's the light coming from? It's coming from there. I can't even block up my hand, bro. There we go. See? So, alright, let's do another one. Let's do another one because I don't even know how long this video is taking. And hopefully you haven't bounced because of the light situation. Just, you know, stay with me, be a little upset, and then, you know, tell me in the comments. But don't click out because, you know, we want the algorithm to kind of, you know, give me some love. Show me some love. I don't know. So, okay, again, I'm going to wrap the booger around the ball. Use my nail to hold the booger onto the butterfly. And now we're going to put her here. I really like these butterflies. I don't know how much they were. That'll mean, you know, I have to look and see because then I'll determine how much I like them. But I think they're so cute with this delicate little whatever we got going on here. Okay, and the last guy before we are done. This is kind of big, right? So, but we're gonna put it on there anyway. So we're gonna put this there, here, and then we're gonna put our specimen number over here. It's a little overlapping, but that's okay. It helps with the clearness of the acetate. And we're gonna grab another booger. Who wants to say the word bugger? Like I'm like a child over here. He said bugger, or he said butt. Alright, almost done. Almost done. So we're gonna do this one right here. Okay, and we have our final and fifth and final one. Look at that, the stars, the shininess. So, oh my goodness, let's see, can I get it a little better? I'm gonna bring it a little closer. I think that made it worse. Okay, in the natural light of it, there's one, there's two, there's three, that's our fourth one, and our fifth one, and that's it for today's zigzag for Z. And so I hope you've enjoyed this whole month of April, and also my 100-day project, which I'm still in the thick of, and probably end 50s and maybe even the beginning of the 60s, because I do pre-record sometimes. I don't want to fall behind. So if you've enjoyed this video, minus the shadows, which I apologize for. So I'm gonna need to get one of those like cheating boards. So I think foam core from the Dollar Tree. I need to contract something up. See, that's a word. I need to put that in the DD dictionary. Make a contraption. Contract something means to make a contraption. I'm gonna contract something up in order to block the light on these mornings when we are getting together to craft. So please, if you're new, consider subscribing. If you've been with me for a minute, thank you so much for the continued support. And I do enjoy a comment and a like. So please do consider doing that, and sharing me would be even more awesome. So until the next time, when we will have just some other random stuff and things that I come up with out of my head. I will see you then. Ciao, ciao. Bye.